What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, undefeated 3-division world champion, former junior welterweight undisputed world champion, currently the undisputed welterweight world champion, superstar boxer who is widely considered by many to be the #1 best pound-for-pound fighter in the world, and Terence Bud Crawford. Terence Crawford is now 40 wins, no losses, no draws, 31 big wins by way of knockout. He is 35 years of age, 5'8", with a 74-inch arm reach. Terence Crawford is coming off the biggest win in his career, a dominating, shocking performance as he defeated, dominated, and stopped former unified 3-belt WBA, WBC, IBF welterweight world champion superstar boxer who was at the time widely considered by many to be top 2, if not #1. Definitely top 5 pound-for-pound best fighters in the world in Errol the Truth Spence Jr. Errol Spence Jr. is now 28 wins, 1 loss, no draws, 22 wins by way of knockout. He is 33 years of age, 5'9.5" with a 72-inch arm reach. This was the biggest fight in 40 years. This was the biggest fight in boxing, most anticipated fight in the last 10 years, right? This was a huge fight that the world was anticipating, the undisputed, undefeated welterweight showdown between two guys that were undefeated and top 5 pound-for-pound best fighters in the world. And the fight turned out to be not close, not competitive, as Terence Crawford dominated the fight. He lost the first round, but he dropped Errol Spence in the second round. Then he dropped Errol Spence twice in the 7th round. Then he stopped him in the 9th round. Dominating performance. And Terence Crawford going into the fight was already considered and perceived to be the best fighter in the world. This just solidified Terence Crawford's position, and it just co-signed the thoughts of many people that had him at #1. And so with that said, Terence Crawford is highly sought out. That was July 29th, Las Vegas, Nevada, T-Mobile Arena. Now Terence Crawford is featured everywhere, as he should be. And he did an interview today with Good Morning, CBS, Good Morning, CBS Mornings, Good Morning CBS. And he had Nate Burleson on there and a few women, other co-hosts. And in this interview, right, Terence Crawford was asked, obviously, that was a shocking performance. Many people didn't see him just coming out and dominating Errol Spence, and what's next for Terence Crawford, and how he sees his career going. And he clearly mentioned that he wants to fight Jermell Charlo, who is the undisputed junior middleweight world champion, and obviously he has an obligation to fulfill, fighting Errol Spence in a rematch, which looks like it's going to possibly take place in December. Okay, and with that said, Terence Crawford said he's going to be even more hungry in the rematch and for these fights coming up, because he knows Errol Spence is coming and they're coming for him. He says now he's going to be the hunted, right? Even though he was considered #1 best fighter in the world, he was the hunter. Now he knows he's going to be the hunted. And so he stated that, now it just made him even more hungry to be better, because he knows now people are looking at the fight with Errol Spence, as I stated before. People are looking at his fight with Errol Spence, and people are saying that, essentially it was a fluke, and that Errol Spence wasn't the same guy he once was, and that Errol Spence, something was wrong with Errol Spence, and Errol Spence was weight drained. He hears all of that. He hears all the chatter. He hears all the excuses, and he's well aware of it. That in this rematch, people are going to say, now you're going to get the best version of Errol Spence. He's also going to move up to 154, right? Junior middleweight. So now he's moving up to 154 on top of it. He hears the chatter. He understands that people felt like there's no way Errol Spence could be dominated in that manner. Something had to be wrong with Errol Spence, right? And Errol Spence is going to be better at 154. He was weight drained. The people saying that it was the car accident, neurologic issues that Errol Spence is suffering. All of these things, Terence Crawford is privy to hearing all of these things. And Terence Crawford understands that in order for him to get his credit, he got to duplicate, if not do it better, in a rematch. And that's what he's going to strive to do. Just like he feels like he can separate himself in history if he fights and beats Jermell Charlo. The problem with the Jermell Charlo fight for Terence Crawford is that Jermell Charlo fights now at 168. Jermell Charlo is daring to be great himself, and he's going to go up September 30th, Las Vegas, Nevada, T-Mobile Arena, and he's going to challenge 4-division world champion Mexican superstar boxer Saul Canelo Alvarez, who is the undisputed super middleweight world champion with a record of 59 wins, 2 losses, 2 draws, 39 big wins by way of knockout, 33 years of age, 5'8" with a 70-inch arm reach. Jermell Charlo is 35 wins, 1 loss, 1 draw, 19 wins by way of knockout, 33 years of age, 5'11.5" with a 73.5-inch arm reach, and he's the underdog in that fight. Many people feel like Jermell Charlo is the underdog in that fight and that Jermell Charlo is going to lose that fight. He's just too small. So he's daring to be great and prove the world wrong. And then you look at Jermell Charlo said that he's going to come back down and defend his throne after he shocked the world against Canelo Alvarez. Well, he's jumping up from 154 to 168. So is it truly realistic that he's going to come back down to 154? And if he does beat Canelo Alvarez, shock the world, come back down to 54, and Terence Crawford was to beat Jermell Charlo, are they going to give Terence Crawford full credit for beating Jermell Charlo? Because people are going to say, well, Jermell Charlo was weight drained. So these are the things that Terence Crawford understands, that in order for him to get his credit and his just due, he's going to have to continue to dominate from this point forward. And I told you guys before, I think that 154 is definitely going to benefit Errol Spence, no doubt about it. Errol Spence going up to 154 is definitely going to benefit Errol Spence. I have no doubt about that. But going up to 154 is also going to benefit Terence Crawford, who was faster, had faster hands, faster feet, stronger jab. The shocker was he was physically stronger than Errol Spence. Now, Errol Spence just had sent out a message, and Errol Spence stated, I'm going under the radar. I'm about to go back into seclusion, and I'll see y'all on the other side. Sent a message through a song he put up, right? Now he's on vacation currently with his significant other, enjoying the fruits of his labor and getting away, and he's going to get right back to it. He's currently suspended. He's suspended until September 28th. So he's currently suspended. So with that said, Errol Spence, is also planning to be bigger, stronger, and better. And Errol Spence said, hopefully we do the rematch at 154. But like I told you guys, Terence Crawford, the shocking part was he was stronger. And people thought that Errol Spence was weight drained. But people are going to be shocked to see that Terence Crawford, when he goes up to 154, Terence Crawford too is going to be stronger, have more energy. He's 35. Terence Crawford has been at 147 for the last 5 years. People are not putting that much stock into that. They automatically attesting the fact that Terence Crawford started his career at 130, became a champion 135, 140, and 147. He started his career in a smaller weight class than Errol Spence. Errol Spence started his career at 154, then campaigned at 147. So Errol Spence is taller than Terence Crawford. He naturally is seen to have a bigger frame than Terence Crawford. But because of that, people are dismissing Terence Crawford not being able to comfortably make 147 pounds. It's not easy. He's been there for 5 years. But for whatever reason, because Errol Spence has been there so long, it just gets dismissed that Terence Crawford has been there for 5 years himself. That's an extremely long time to be at 147, at one weight class at 35 years of age. So it's not easy for him as well. So he's going to be stronger, more energetic, and faster, and more assertive when he goes to 154 as well. So Terence Crawford lets the world know, I'm going to be better. I'm more hungry for this rematch than I was for the initial fight. That's saying a lot. And Errol Spence is hungry because he don't like the bad taste in his mouth. So I think in the second fight, in the rematch, we're going to get what we expected. A more competitive fight and a drag-out fight. So let's see how this plays out. But that's all I got for y'all. Make sure you hit the like button. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue, Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. It's your boy Blue. I'm signing off. I'm gone. Peace.